Well, this nation is still recovering from that stunning innings from Babar Azam, 100 after 2023 versus Nepal it was. And what a moment, what a time to get it as well. I'm sure everyone is super happy and relieved to see him score some runs. The crowd absolutely loved it, and we're here for the final and third one-day international. It's Pakistan taking on Sri Lanka. KFC presents the Bank Al-Falah ODI series. Well, this is how things went in that second one-day international. Pakistan has now won the series 2-0. It was all Babar Azam for Pakistan. He scored 100 in 119 balls, 102 not out. From a Sri Lanka perspective, Lianage was the top scorer, scoring 54. Kamindu also chipping in with some runs. But overall, perhaps Sri Lanka were short on runs. That's what the discussion was. That's what the conclusion was. And Pakistan won it comfortably by 8 wickets. Well, we are back on pitch side for the third and the final one-day international between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Pakistan has won the series 2-0. That last one-day international certainly belonged to Babar Azam because everybody was, sort of expecting him to come good and come big as well in terms of those runs. We've seen him score those 30s, 40s, but it was just good to see him convert it into a big one. Now, looking ahead to this one, I've got with me Russell Arnold and Amir Sohail to talk about this game. Russ, lots of lessons for Sri Lanka just in terms of how things have played out in the last two one-day internationals. They can try different combinations. What are we looking at from this game from them?
Well, lessons learned. For me, it goes back even further. They haven't really been that well-oiled unit that rolls forward. But they need to get these things right. Individual players need to get things right so that the team gets the results. Today, I just feel they're pushed into a corner. It's more about trying to get who's fit out there on the park. There's a couple of issues, indisposed players. But all in all, it's opportunity. It's opportunity for those players stepping in. It's opportunity for everyone to put their hands up and actually win a game. You can perform, but it's got to be impact performances, and that's what I'd like to see come from these players.
Babar Azam then, he's definitely the hero of the nation, Amir. We know that everybody loves watching him bat, just the way he bats as well. How important was this for him personally? I mean, we talk about how important it is for him to score runs for Pakistan, but just for his confidence.
Look, when a player hasn't been able to score a big 100 for a year and a half, your ego is dented and it's hurt. And, and then you really have to work hard for your runs, and you really work hard to survive in ODI format for the Pakistani team. And then it comes, it feels very sweet. And I think the crowd has been turning to the stadiums in number, in anticipation that Babar Azam is going to get a big one. And finally, what they wanted, they had it.
It's been a while coming because when you watch him bat in previous games, there's been a bit of fluency about him. It was just about getting that monkey off the back, and that monkey, you can say, was just pressure of expectations. Why I say the fluency is you look at Fakhar Zaman batting, it's scratchy. You just don't feel it's there. But Babar, well, he got that opportunity, and now I think you'll see him bat freely.
All right, then you heard it from the experts that, the fluency is something which was perhaps missing, and it will now be seen once again. When you get that kind of confidence as a player, when you are struggling for runs and you get back into form and you're able to score a big 100, then it definitely augurs well for you and for the team as well. Now, we're only moments away from the toss, the all-important toss here in Pindi. This is the third one-day international between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and the two captains are now ready. They're out there with Roshan Abhisingh.
It is the third and final ODI between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Let me start off by congratulating Pakistan for winning yet another series. This is their back-to-back wins. Of course, Sri Lanka still have a lot to play for. As we welcome you to the toss, I got Shaheen Shah, who's back after rest in that second game as captain of Pakistan. Kusal Mendis standing in for Charita Solanka, and of course, our match referee, Mr. Ali Naqvi. So, Shaheen, you're going to spin the coin?
Head.
Heads is the call.
Heads is the call. It's a tail. So Pakistan have won the toss. So Shaheen, what are you going to do?
We go for ball first.
Now, that's the question I want to ask you. So, what is your decision based on surface or conditions?
I think also surface and condition as well, the both. And second innings will be more due, so we'll go for fast bowling, that's why.
Just tell us about what kind of score is the right score here, because we've seen both sides of the coin. You guys have batted first and defended. You also chased and defended.
I think normally Pindi wickets was more for runs, and in one day cricket, yeah, that 300 and 290 was a good total. So we'll try to stick them early as we can.
I know you got quite a few changes.
Four changes.
I'm not going to ask you the names, but just tell us how satisfying is this series win?
Yeah, I'm really satisfied the way the boys playing cricket for last 2 series, and they chip in everyone. And the good thing is that the few players in a good form, so it's good for the team.
All right, all the best.
Thank you.
Right, we got Kusal Mendis standing in for Charita Solanka. How's Charit?
He's feeling not well. I think a little bit sick. That's why he's not playing.
Let's just tell us about Kusal. What kind of score is a good score batting first year?
I think a little bit hard to bat first in the first innings. I hope 300 to 90 plus. I think very good score in this pitch.
Yeah, and you guys also have quite a few changes, isn't it?
I think 4 changes we played today.
I'm not going to ask you the names. I know it's difficult, but what kind of sure do you think you're looking at here? I know you said 290,
yeah.
But are you looking at that or more than that?
I think more than 290. I think 320 maybe. I think a very good score in this pitch in earlier batting. I think we have a very good team in newcomers. We coming four bowlers. I think everyone done really well in the last couple of tours. I hope we can do in a game.
All right, all the best.
Thank you.
Right, the news from the centre is that Pakistan, they won the toss and they're bowling. Okay, so the toss is done and dusted. We're going to talk about the pitch, and look who's here.
It's me.
The birthday boy.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Waka.
Thank you very much,
birthday.
Vishal.
I'm not going to ask you how young you are, but then we got to celebrate.
We'll leave it there.
Yep.
You know,
I know.
Not have to go too much into it. But yeah, so quite a few changes in the sides. Both teams, some flews around, and then weather is changing, so there are a lot of issues. But the pitch looks really good.
Back to the first one.
First one. I thought the bowlers enjoyed it, especially with the new ball. And I feel with the spraying of water on this surface and rolling, I think bowlers will have a little bit of say up front early on, because I feel that there's a little bit of moisture in it, and these cracks are definitely opening up a little bit, but more grass on this surface than the one we played previously. So I feel it's just you got to be really watchful up front against a new ball, and once the new ball gone, maybe 6-8 overs, I think things become really easy to bat on.
So you were very big with the third seamer in that first game.
Yeah.
You're going with that same thought process?
Yeah, I still feel that you should always have 3 seamers in the ODI cricket. 50-over cricket is a long game. It's not T20 cricket. So 3 seamers, maybe a spinner and an all-rounder. I think that's the way one should be looking to go. But yeah, definitely 3 seamers on this surface.
Sri Lankan captain said 320. Agree?
Oh, 320. If they get 320, I think it'd be bonus. Pakistani bowler is going to come really hard.
Right, let's see. So Sri Lanka, they're batting first, and this is what Waka thinks about the pitch. 320 is going to be a bonus. So let's see how it goes.
320 is going to be a bonus. Then Pakistan winning the toss, and they have elected to bowl first once again. Relatively, we've seen that conditions for batting here, Russ, have been pretty good so far.
It is good. It's sometimes strange when we see batters struggle, but they're ending up close to 300. So the opportunities are there to score. I'm not too sure that targeting 320 from the start is a good thing. That would mean you're looking to hit the ball, you're looking to take chances, and it's very likely you lose your way. It's always better to go for that par, maybe that 280 where you end up getting there first. You make good decisions and you get that foundation right, and then you go. So it is a tricky situation, and Sri Lanka have now invited that pressure on their batters.
I mean, we've seen that in this ODI series, Amir, that, the teams batting first have been struggling in that power play, haven't been going all guns blazing. But then you can still manage to get over 300. What should be the right approach in these conditions?
I think setting a total like 320 is a good thing, but you have to find a method how to go about it. In the first ODI, when we saw openers from Sri Lanka batting, they were flowing. They batted quite well. Yeah, there is a problem with number 3, number 4 batsmen. with Sri Lanka, because that's where they go really behind the game. Because if you lose 2-3 quick wickets, you are chasing the game. And I think if they could address that, they have a batting lineup to achieve 320 runs.
All right, then they definitely do. They need to convert those starts that they've got, Sri Lanka, when you talk about their batting in this one-day international series. We'll take a short break, and when we do come back, we'll be having a look at the teams, because there's been a couple of changes as well. We'll talk that through, all of that, on the other side. All set for the third one-day international between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and Pakistan has won the toss, bowling first. Couple of changes for them then, Russ, just trying out different combinations. What's happening with Sri Lanka 11?
4 changes, in fact, most of them forced. Kusal Mendis is captain. He's captained Sri Lanka 16 times before, but 1.5 years ago is when he captained last. So there's a debut for Pawan Ratnayaka, exciting youngster. He scored heaps of runs and he's earned this opportunity. He'll slot into the middle order. And then in the bowling, Mahesh Theekshana comes back in because Wanindu Hasaranga, we saw him limping around. So precautionary with him that he doesn't do his hamstring, which he struggled with for quite a while. Jeffrey van der Sey gets an opportunity. He always has been good for Sri Lanka whenever he's played, but warms the bench because Hasaranga is in the team. Dushmantha Chamira, he gets a break. He's been running in hard and you need to look after him with a lot of cricket coming forward. So Ishan Malinga, he's an exciting young prospect. He's a bit of a slinger. So Sri Lanka with a new look team, but a lot to play for. New heroes. We're always looking for new heroes.
New heroes is what every team is looking for, and Pakistan is also always looking for new heroes. Faisal Akram gets the opportunity. That's the news of the day, Amir.
Yeah, that's a very good thing that Faisal Akram is getting a gig, because in my opinion, he can be a very handy cricketer for the forthcoming World Cup played in Sri Lanka. So pitches over there are going to suit his style of bowling. Another thing which is very refreshing, Wasim Jr. is actually getting into the groove, and to persist with him and give him another opportunity is very good thinking.
Hasibullah is also playing today.
Yep.
That's another interesting change, because they've been players that just haven't gotten opportunity. They've been warming the bench. How do you look at this opportunity for him then?
I think they have to make their mark. He's getting an opportunity. I think after Zimbabwean tour, we featured in a ODI for Pakistan, and here's a big opportunity for him. And in his interview when Rizwan was stating that he's there to actually groom 1 or 2 other wicket keepers to replace him, and once he's replaced, Pakistan is not going to feel the pinch.
Fakhar Zaman in that last one-day international was kind of struggling. We saw he was given at least 3 or 4 opportunities missed by Sri Lanka. I mean, how do you look at his innings firstly, and how do you think he can sort of overcome? He seems a bit unsure out there.
Let me tell you, once as a batsman, you lose your form and you're under pressure, the best thing for you to do is move away from the natural game, go back to the basics. And it's refreshing to see Fakhar Zaman has finally realized that in order to perform day in and day out, you have to work hard for your runs. You cannot blaze away in every outing you enjoy. So giving importance to the defensive technique and giving importance to the fact that staying at the crease is going to serve you better.
And there was one thing, Amir, when he was batting, we spoke about the scratchiness, but the moment he got out, that particular over, he was swinging at everything from Chamira. In fact, he got one into the stands, which was outstanding, but did he need to keep swinging at everything? So that tells me up there's another voice that's distracting.
Yeah, you know, I think it happens to you as a batter. You get too comfortable at times and you think that, okay, now I've spent enough time at the crease and I can play or execute any stroke in the book.
Right. In terms of Sri Lanka, you said Van der Sey is playing today. Tell us a little more about him, because it's always exciting to see a leg spinner come forward in this particular format.
He's 35 years old. He's been around for ages, but he's been managing to keep his spot in the squad in every tour, because whenever Hasaranga, I mentioned the fact that he's struggling with a hamstring injury. He did struggle with it over the last 2-3 years. That's why they're being cautious with him. and he's had to step in for a game, drops, sits out for 6 months, with the squad travels, plays again, and he's always put his hand up and picked up those wickets in the middle overs. He's slightly different to Hasaranga, looks to bowl the leg breaks a lot more than the wrong uns from Hasaranga, but a tremendous competitor, and I'm really happy for him that he's got this opportunity, and hopefully he can make an impact. And sometimes I feel playing the two leg spinners might not be a bad option for Sri Lanka.
No, that's what I was going to say. You know, although they have run 4 changes for today's game, but the mindset remains the same. Still going for that formula of 4 frontline bowlers, 2 all-rounders. It doesn't work on pitches like this. You know, you got to have 5 frontline bowlers, and you got to have an insurance in batting all-rounders. It hasn't worked for Sri Lanka, but the mindset remains the same, and that is surprising for me, actually.
Look, the balance that since you bring it up, I'll highlight a fact of Sri Lanka's away record. The one tremendous number of series at home. The pitch is slightly more sluggish. The batters who bowl those ifs and dots like we did, they come into it, and hence that combination is effective. But on better pitches where you need good bowlers, only good spinners will get turned out of here, not the part-timers. And hence, it's reflecting in the results. You don't have to look too far.
You spoke about specialists, Russ. Is there a rule in the cricket textbook that you can't play 2 leg spinners in the side or something? I mean, we see that a lot by the teams more often than not.
Pakistan did that. And Pakistan started to do it in 1980s. I mean, there is no harm in it. As a captain, you know, you got to be versatile, and you as a captain, you have to be attacking. Leg spinners will pick you wickets, regardless of runs leaking and all that. That is the question you have.
Because we see that more often than not, Russ, that, you know, if you have 2 left-arm spinners or if you have 2 off-spinners, there is a reluctance. We're talking about adding balance to a squad. But like Amir said, I mean, which side of the fence are you on with this debate?
Go with the best you have. Go with what you feel will work most for you. There are no rules. Because
he stayed on the fence. He stayed on the fence.
He did.
Say, there is no harm in playing 2 leg spinners.
No, I'm trying to get there.
Okay.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah. So what's required? Now, you look at Sri Lanka's bowling lineup, there aren't many wicket-taking options. And hence, the 2 leg spinners trying to pick up those wickets in the middle overs is quite handy.
All right, predictions quickly then.
Sri Lanka going to win this. They're very good at in dead rubbers, I'm for sure. That's for sure.
All right then. Amir, your thoughts quickly before we head off to a break.
You know, for Sri Lanka to win this game, they really have to play out of the skins.
All right then. There you heard it. You heard the answers from them. But Pakistan has won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. We'll be taking a short break, and when we do come back, we'll be here for all the live action. Pindi has been absolutely magnificent. We love the crowd in Pindi. Little on the chilly side, but you've got all the action happening in the cricket. See you guys on the other side.